We're the Tubman Museum of African American Art, History, and Culture, and as that suggests, we have that interesting blend of art and history and culture in what we present. We're named after Harriet Tubman, the woman who was responsible for freeing so many slaves and helping them escape to freedom. And we were founded back in 1981, but in a much smaller building. And now we're in this beautiful space, which is more than 5 times the size of our original building. The main idea behind the museum is to help people explore how African American culture has influenced not only this nation's history, but has had an impact around the world. And we're actually the largest museum in the nation of our type. We're the largest museum that, again, is focused on African American art, history, and culture. So lots of subjects to explore and lots of wonderful events and individuals to look at. We're a private museum, but we get some funding from the local government. They help support some of our programs because of the impact they have in education and in this community. But most of the other funding comes from our admissions and our memberships and our programs and fundraisers. So it's a blend of all of those things. Well, we actually outgrew the smaller facility. We couldn't even keep all of our collections in that building. And so over the last 20 years, they've been kind of moving around from place to place. In addition, we needed bigger exhibit areas to show our collections and to really explore these important events and stories. And we use the visual and performing arts as a way to teach and to engage. And so we needed a space that could not only have exhibits, but could also have concerts, could also have performances. We have both people locally, nationally, and internationally. Most of our visitors come from the southeastern portion of the United States, but we get people from all over the U.S., and we get a good number of international visitors as well. Well, actually, it covers all areas, from music to art to politics to law to history. But one of the areas I think that people are most interested in exploring, and where it's had perhaps the greatest impact, is in music. Because if you think of most of the music that is internationally associated with the U.S., jazz, soul, rock and roll, blues, even to some extent country, they all were greatly influenced by African American musicians. So that every kind of well-known musical genre of the U.S. has ties to African and African American culture and to musicians in those fields, including 2 very well-known from this very community, Little Richard, who called himself the architect of rock and roll, and Otis Redding are both from this community.